By the National Assembly, where moments ago the Finance Minister delivered his medium-term budget speech. With me is Coast President Mosiuoa Lekota. Mr. Lekota, at the weekend, the Finance Minister said that running a treasury is easy. You take the money you get from revenue through taxation and spend it wisely. So we hope the woman who fell is okay. But if you don't have that money, you have to go out and borrow. You raised concerns about the national debt. What do you think the Finance Minister spoke to that in his speech this afternoon?
Whatever the finance minister, and this is his maiden speech as he was saying, whatever he can do does not go to the heart of the problem we are faced with. The reason South Africa is in it is the men and women who are stealing public funds all the time. Now, you don't solve that problem by borrowing money and all of that. You need to do something about the manpower that is consuming this money. And that is, only the president can do that. He can clean, and the electorate, of course. The electorate can elect personnel that's going to get rid of these people. The president for the medium term could do something about a cabinet of 73 men and women, and then therefore save money from there so that he can make it available to the Minister of Finance to patch up where the money is at. But when we go and borrow money and give that money to personnel that is stealing that money all the time, we are building an even taller mountain than we started with. I think he tried the best he could. He's made some very good statements, like what he opened up with and things like that. But that is, it's going to be when we put it to practice.
Do you give the Finance Minister some credit, though, that he was appointed 2 weeks ago? It's essentially he's trying to put his stamp on a budget that was essentially written by the staff and by the former minister, Nhlanhla. Do you give him some leeway until maybe his main budget speech in February next year?
Yeah, of course, yes. That's why I say a lot of the elements that really would have made for effective action are not in his control. And therefore, there's not much he could do about it. So we'll have to live with it until the new year.
Do you think this is also a way of outlining an ANC electoral platform saying we're going to clean up government, we're going to cut spending, unnecessary spending, so that we can give you offer you a clean government when the ANC goes to the polls in 2019?
I think that the electorate must remember, in all of these years that it has placed the ANC in control of affairs, the situation has been deteriorating continuously. I said yesterday, what we need now is an electorate that can clean the ANC lock, stock and barrel. There's 57 million South Africans. Elect new men and women, put them in power, let them clean that. You can't allow criminals who have committed a crime to say, look, wait a bit, we are going to correct our crimes. Life is not like that.
Mosiuoa Lekota, the president of COPE. I now go across the quad here to my colleague Devon, who has the DA's David Mania with him.